Hey y'all, NK here and welcome back to the cookery. If you're new here, welcome to the kitchen. Today I will be doing a non-sponsored product review and also be making some garlic bread knots, which is a true favorite of mine. I love them at restaurants and literally with anything. They are so good. As you guys probably know, I love carbs at this point, so there's that. And let's see if this actually works. So stay tuned. Alright you guys, so first things first, this is the Cuisinart Convection Breadmaker, CBK-200 is the type, and it comes with this little kind of measuring cup, and it only goes up to, what, 1/2 cups? Or yeah, 1/2 cups, and a teaspoon/tablespoon measuring thing, which is also very helpful in cases like this one, and you'll see why. And we've used this for about, what, 2-3 times now, but we've only made like white bread loaf, so it's nothing too complex really. Everything happens in here. So this is the first recipe that I'm using that is going to be more of a bake outside of the bread maker. And it seems like there's not that much stuff to do, which is great. Most of it still happens in here, which is kind of thankful for the save time, because I think that's basically what it's for. I know for a fact that making dough or literally bread knots or literally any type of bread, like pretzels or anything, is very tough and such a hassle from scratch. I mean, it takes so much time, and if you do not perfect the way the dough is like formed, it sucks, obviously. But when you do, it's literally so satisfying, and there's literally no better feeling in the world. Trust me, it's just amazing. But this definitely saves the time and the hassle. It's truly pretty darn efficient, and I've liked it so far, only for the white bread loaf because it's the only thing we've tried. But today we are going to try something different and more culinary-like, I guess. So let's get to it. It is plugged in and basically ready to go at this point. I have the instruction booklet here. The instruction booklet actually gives a lot of other recipes, such as like cinnamon rolls and even some jams, which is actually very surprising. Obviously, I mean, jam and bread. Who would have thought? But there are definitely a lot of cool recipes in here, and today I'll be doing the garlic, herb, and cheese knots, minus the cheese. So today we're just basically doing some garlic knots. And the ingredients include garlic, chopped, Italian herb seasoning blend, water, olive oil, salt, bread flour, dry powdered milk, potato flakes, and yeast. In this case, we are using bread machine yeast. In a small bowl, combine the chopped garlic, Italian herbs, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil and mix well. Okay, so we have our Italian herb seasoning here. It's 2 teaspoons because I'm only making a pound of this, which is basically 8 to 10 rolls. So I got my olive oil in here, which is 1 tablespoon. I'm actually surprised because like that came out with a slam. But I'm actually very surprised because honestly, there was another recipe that I saw. Okay, that's not gonna go out. That I'll try again because I'm making garlic knots with the bread maker, and then in another video I will do them from scratch to show you guys kind of the difference. But there was this recipe that I saw how they topped it, because this is probably like the topping for it. So they top it with butter, garlic, and parsley. So this is definitely, I feel, more of that, I kind of want to say restaurant style, if I'm thinking correctly, I guess. I mean, I've never really seen this blend, but I mean, it looks like that. I don't really know if that's, I think it's okay. Oh my god, it smells so good. Oh my god, that smells so good. Like, okay, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, have any of you guys ever went to that restaurant where they have the breadsticks and then they used to do they give you like a kind of plate-ish bowl, like a plate with kind of a bigger dip than normal, and then they'd put like olive oil and then this, what was the black sauce called? But yeah, it was like that, and it has that kind of same kind of smell. I don't know if it's, I think it's because of the seasoning, but it tastes, oh my god, it smells really good. Like, okay, now that's the step 1, you guys, and I'm already impressed, but let's move on. Next, we're going to place the remaining ingredients. All right, so this is the actual part that is starting the bread maker process. So I'm gonna open this. Place the remaining ingredients in the order listed in the bread pan fitted with the kneading paddle. So that basically. Place the bread pan. Oh, so basically just put all the ingredients in the list. So first off, we have our water of 3/4 cups. Next, we have our olive oil, which is 1 teaspoon. So, all right, so now that we have our water and olive oil all set and ready to go, we are gonna add our 3/4 teaspoons of salt. So let's just dump that in too. Okay, so now the big one to add here is the bread flour of 2 1/4 cups. I have to pour in very lightly. I hope the flour does not explode in my face. And let's hope that it just turns out very clean and nice, okay? So let's do this. We are halfway done, you guys. Okay, this is actually a very easy process. As you guys can tell, you just basically pour in each thing. And I'm just doing it kind of slowly so you guys can take a look and see how it really goes. And so next we have our dry powdered milk of 2 tablespoons. Keep in mind I'm only doing a pound, which makes 8 to 10 rolls. So not too much, not too little basically, but basically the same, you know, good quantity for me. So here you go. Okay, I'm ranting too much. Let's get to it. Okay, now we have our potato flakes up next. So that is 1.5 tablespoons. So let's pour that in. All right, y'all, so now we are on our last ingredient for the day, which is just our bread machine yeast. How much? 1 3/4 teaspoons. So let's pour that in and then get this baby running. That was just the easy part, okay? I mean, I think that's actually the easiest of easiest parts. I mean, involving the bread machine. So now it's all done. All the ingredients are placed inside. Now I'm just gonna close this. Okay, nice and tight. There's not really a clasp here. It's just, you know, closes, which is perfectly fine because there's not really a need for it, I don't think. It's nothing's gonna explode out or nothing has exploded out in the past. So pretty tight seal anyway. You know, it's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna click menu, and then obviously there's a scale on the side, and ours goes up to number 10. It's under dough and pizza dough. So then I have number 10, and then our size, I'm gonna click loaf, and then our size is simply 1 pound. There's a little arrow there, if you guys can see under the 1 pound thing, and then we're just gonna click start. And then next, and that is the time. It's 1 hour, 25 minutes. Obviously, it takes a while, but it will obviously probably take maybe a bit more time, maybe less, depending on your experience, I guess. All right, you guys, so just a little check-in. It is basically at the halfway point, only 42 minutes to go, and right now it is rising, and it's just taking its sweet time. And then after this, it's just mixed, knead, and rise. So then let's wait in our 40 something minutes and then I'll check back in with y'all. All right, you guys, so after a 1 hour and 25-minute long wait, it is finally done. It just beeped, so it's done. And now we want to remove the dough from the machine. This is what it looks like right when I opened it. Obviously, the dough is very much formed. There's still some on the sides that I guess it didn't really get, but it all seems to be pretty much formed into a dough. So it looks like definitely a miracle, I guess, because it's just awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take it out now. Oh, wow. Oh my god, that came out perfectly, you guys. And I'm loving, I feel like I should take this, the dough that's like still stuck on the sides, merge into one, I guess. Yeah, there's only a little though, which is great. But, oh my god, wow. It's definitely soft, pretty darn thick. But I really like it. So just put that on the lightly covered surface. And now I'm gonna guess I'm gonna roll this around just a little bit, just so it kind of, it's not sticky at all. That's like brownie points right there, which is actually really good. So now we have to cut this into 8 slices, which we will later make into some rolls. So here we go. So after cutting each of these into 8 little pieces, I am now going to roll them into 10-inch long ropes. Okay, you guys, so after a long time rolling and kneading kind of the dough into these long ropes that are somewhat still, I think that's kind of the frustrating part about dough, is that you can never really get it exactly how you envision it, I think. Especially if it's like, sometimes it's like, whether it's just not sticking exactly to each other, or just like how it's not being cooperative and it kind of shrinks when you roll it like long, and then it shrinks to a little bit more. But for now, we're pretty happy with what we have. So this is our goal, is to make a little knot. I made this earlier, and oh my goodness, guys, it looks so cute. Like, look at the little baby knot. This is our goal today, is to make a little knot like this. I'm kind of thinking of like kind of a pizza place kind of knot kind of style. This is our first knot. I'm going to put that there, and let's hope that the rest of these go pretty well. So we first want to kind of string it along, make sure it's pretty good, pretty good. And then I just want to fold it like that, and basically just like tying a knot regularly, except you have to kind of make it tight, you know? So I kind of pull it, but lightly, like lightly pull. That's okay. The second one obviously didn't turn out quite as well. The second one was kind of bulky, to be honest, but it still kind of has the same idea. See, this is the thing. Some of the dough, it's like even if you stick it, it'll fall back apart. It's like it doesn't want to combine into one. So that is our second knot, and I'm gonna leave that, and then I want to do the rest. So while I wait for my oven to heat up to 350 degrees, we are going to let these sit and wait. I'm going to let them rest for a while because they've been doing all the work, I know, for about 30 minutes. And I will see you in a bit. So my oven just hit 350 degrees. Everything seems to be going on track. Nothing catastrophic has happened so far, so thank goodness for that. These garlic knots really do, or just knots at this point. No garlic has been added yet, don't worry. But these knots are definitely turning out great, even though they are not cooked yet. But I definitely have some high expectations for these. So let's hope all goes well, and all will be revealed in about 18 minutes. While we wait, I just want to do a quick little kind of more non-sponsored review here and talk about the Cuisinart Convection Breadmaker. I believe it's actually really easy to clean, which is also a bonus. And when I open it, there's not even a lot going on. You probably just need to soak in the bread pan, which you can take out just in order to get any leftover on here from the sides. There's hardly anything on the bottom, which is great. This is basically the final product. Well, not really final, we still have to add the actual garlic, but these are the knots. They're very easy to slide off. Still a little hot though, but very easy, very kind of stern, but I bet they're really soft on the inside, at least I'm hoping. Some of them did kind of fall apart, as I mentioned earlier, which is kind of a bummer, but they're all, you know, basically all cooked, which is kind of the main point. And now we just want to, I guess, stroke it on, which is kind of satisfying. It reminds me of like a pesto kind of dish, but it's mostly just garlic, so I'm just gonna put that all around it. And then there is one little garlic knot. There you go. This is the final moment of it all. This is basically the final product that you guys have been waiting for, that I have been waiting for. And after I let them cool for about 5 minutes and just let them kind of sit and rest, you know, because they've been doing all the work, obviously, it's time to actually find out if they taste good or not. So here we go. I'm just going to take this one. They definitely turn out quite big, if you guys cannot tell. This is just 8 rolls, and it's definitely a welcoming appetizer for sure. This is probably, I think this is probably a decent size. I mean, definitely these are quite big, if I'm being honest, but I don't know. Let's see how it tastes. Honestly, not bad. It's like perfectly well done. I followed the instructions exactly, and okay, in real time, like in total, this probably takes about a little bit more than 2 hours to make. I don't really know exactly if it would be the same time as making it from scratch. We'll have to see. We'll have to make another video to find that one out. But I think if you want the same time and you want to do other stuff and not exactly have to focus mainly on the bread, then I think this is the way to go. It definitely turns out great. I can definitely count on this for any time I need an appetizer with pizza or something, but this is just really good. Alright, you guys, that is it for today's video, which is both a long process but also a very good outcome, I must say. It definitely was very time efficient, allowed me to do other stuff in the meantime, which is, I guess, is the main point. There are many other uses for it besides such as jams and sauces, I believe, but mainly bread, which actually turned out quite well, especially for this garlic knots, but minus the cheese. Next time I will have to try the cheese and I will let you guys know how that goes. But for now, we must conclude this interesting journey. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.